Hello class, today's topic is nutrition and aging. We know that older people have different nutritional needs than younger people, and we know that what diet you ate throughout your life greatly affects your health in old age. So this is really a key topic to be considered in any study of aging. Last week's lecture we made a big point about successful aging and low levels of depression and how some of these issues of poor health really aren't as big an issue as you might expect at the population level. But of course, there are still issues of depression among some older adults, and there is a loss of memory that occurs, especially at the oldest ages. There's increased chance that they'll have to deal with the loss of their loved ones. There's, of course, a variety of mental illnesses that people can either age with or acquire as they get older, like Alzheimer's disease. Older adults still may be fighting alcoholism, just as younger adults. Older adults can still experience anorexia, sometimes drug-induced, sometimes psychological, or sometimes just a general lack of appetite. So there can be a lack of interest in eating, there can be problems with their teeth, there can be problems in getting food, there can be limited availability of food nearby, they can be concerned about money, there can be limited knowledge of what's healthy, what's not. This point about social isolation is a major issue. A lot of older adults may be widows, may be living alone, and this really makes it harder to enjoy eating. When you cook by yourself, you may not eat as much, you may not eat as healthily as if you had a companion with which to enjoy. We also know that some older adults may be using old refrigerators, or maybe their kitchen is a little bit out of date and may not have the access to the best food preparation equipment. We know that with aging there's biological changes that lead to decreased nutrient absorption in the small intestine. So even if they eat the same foods, they may not get the same nutrition out of it. We know that the body demands lower energy, so they don't need the same caloric levels as younger people, and they're more likely to gain weight eating the same things just because their body needs less calories to function. We know that there's lots of drug interactions with food. Some common ones: aspirin, we know, interferes with vitamin C absorption. Laxatives deplete the body of potassium. We know that some steroids can increase appetite. We know that Lasix can decrease appetite, and we know that certain anti-seizure medicines can deplete vitamin D and folic acid. Now it's time for our Are You Paying Attention exercise. I'd like you to go to mypyramid.gov. That's mypyramid.gov and choose this My Pyramid plan on the left side. This will allow us to develop your own personal food pyramid and what you should be eating. And go ahead and put in your age, your gender, your weight. Now I won't be seeing this, but I want you to email me the response you get to this. So go ahead and fill this out with what you are today and what your current level of physical activity is today. And then I want you to write down the number of calories that are recommended for you. For me it's 2,800. The amount of grains, vegetables, fruit, milk, meat and beans that you're allowed to eat. And also I think it has limit your extras, fats and sugars, to how many calories. So I'd like to know those facts, okay? The number of calories, the amount of each of these major groups, and the limit your extras too, okay? Then I'd like you to go back and then change it to an 85-year-old, and then modify it to be what you think you'd be when you're 85. You'd be a tad bit shorter, you'd be maybe a little bit lighter, and probably a little bit less active, and see what's different. I went from 2,800 calories to 2,000 calories. My grains went from 7 ounces to 6 ounces. So I want you to see how these numbers change. So report at your current age and when you're age 85, the calories, the amount of these major major categories and what the limit of the extras. I remember I had over 400 calories I could have from extras when I'm 35, but when I'm 85, I'm limited to only 200 and 265. So I'd like you to email me back this list of what is your caloric needs today, as well as what they'll be when you're 85. Thank you.